The link?
Can you guys hear me?
No. Yo, check it out. All right, we back. We are back in the saddle again. Do not put that on the playlist, Kathy. Gang, you know what it is? It is time for our Building Out Live in the Public. I am hanging out with my homie, Marilou. How you doing, Lou? What's cracking?
Hi.
Like you?
Subname, Let Them See.
Let them see. There's an elbow in your shot. No, I'm just kidding. Hey,
That's Will. That's Will.
Hi,
Is over
Will.
here. He's hanging out, working on some content himself. So
Marilou
in the studio.
and her pets, Will and Gizmo. And Zilla.
Don't forget Zilla. She's around too.
Zilla's somewhere sleeping. All right, so we're going to get in today and finish our little trek in our progress to build an amazing podcast. Yes, an amazing podcast. I just came back from Podcast Summit, and myself and Mr. Cameron Yunke, who is hiding in the chat over here, I think he just disappeared to pick up Aiden. And a couple of people from the LGL fam. Got to give props to Wixie and Janice and Kathy Walker, who came out to hang out with us and do some work. Also, Buddy Joe Swift, who doesn't really hang out here, but he's been an Ecamm fan for like a hot minute. We had an amazing time there, Caleb and Dash, and we did some cool things. We worked on people's podcasts, and we had a lot of conversations about podcasts and the podcast industry this week. So one of the really dope things that we ran into, of course, Marshall Fox is there. And Marshall started a new busy, and it's kind of amazing, and we're going to talk about that today as well. But let's do some catch-up, because I ain't seen my homie in like a week and a half. What's up, Lou?
It's been a while.
Right? I feel weird. I'm like, where the hell is Lou?
So my big news, I hope everyone's excited for this, is that I ordered the new computer. And it was supposed to come in 2 weeks, but I just got the notice that it's going to come on Monday.
Oh, Apple. We do that at Apple. When
That's why I was like, I think they like
bar,
overestimate. So it's
we
like
always
a surprise.
do that. Because, okay, Steve always said people will get disappointed and that will really piss them off. But what we would always do is under promise, over deliver. That was Apple standard. We talk about it every single day. In Japan, there's a thing called chore, and that's where all the people before the shift get together and have a little meeting, do a little pump up. But what Japan does is different. A lot of companies do the company meeting before you start the day. But what Japan does different is they recite the sort of customer taking care of principles. They recite the corporate culture type of situation, and you say it in unison. So there's no excuse for not doing the right thing when you're supposed to do the right thing, if that makes any sense, right?
Yes, because we're all on the same page.
Everybody's on the same page. So one of the things that, would come up is, just this idea of sort of under promise and over deliver. So if you remember the black plastic MacBooks, the white plastic MacBooks, they always used to crack on the edge because we had a manufacturing defect in what's called the top case, right? That's the keyboard and that little plastic thing where your wrists get all dirty if you had a white one. That's why you got to get the black one. And it literally, like, we would race. I can swap one of those suckers out in like 8 minutes tops, right?
Wow.
But we would tell people, it's going to take 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would hand us the machine, and they'd leave the store. And where we are in the mall, it's kind of a long walk back to the car. So if we had time, we'd swap the top case right away, call them back. They're like, damn it, I just got the Sears. I'm like, turn around, it's done. They're like, I thought they said 3 days. All right, I can take it apart and take 3 more days. I'll be right there. Everybody used to be so excited that we always got your stuff early. So that's a very smart thing to do. Don't be a yes person too quick. And don't tell people you're going to do some stuff that's going to kill you. And if you are, just tell them it'll take 2 weeks and then knock it out in 2 days and then call them back. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's see. Wendy is here. What is up, Wendy? We got a question from Wendy. Wendy says, are you going to show how to get set up on YouTube? Do we use Ecamm for it, or how do we record on YouTube? Well, we're recording on YouTube right now. This is it. And we are using Ecamm right now because, well, hey, to me it's free. I work there. But no, Ecamm's the best. So basically, Wendy, similar to how I showed you about LinkedIn, how we schedule. I can't show you how to schedule it while I'm live. It just doesn't work. But just like we schedule in Ecamm, I schedule everything in Ecamm. I schedule my YouTube lives in Ecamm. I schedule my LinkedIn lives in Ecamm. And doing IG, I schedule those in Ecamm. Like, you schedule it from Ecamm, it works. If you schedule it on the platform and then you go back, YouTube works flawlessly. Facebook's stupid. So LinkedIn is, I wouldn't say stupid, but he ain't top of class neither. Yo, why are my highlights blown out in the back? That's weird. You see that?
I think it might be your green screen.
Do I have it accidentally turned on? That is weird. Yes, it's accidentally turned on. How crazy is that? It looks kind of cool, but it was throwing me off. Good
Luis
man,
called it.
Lou at ecamm.com. That's the new email. I quit. She's good. I'm done. I'm going to Japan. Bye. That was cool. Anyway, so yeah, Wendy, we schedule everything in Ecamm, but to your point, I do want to show you something that's kind of rad. Let me switch over to the Arc browser tab here real quick. First of all, big ups to Marshall for making his cursor the logo. Do you see that?
Oh, that's so good. He's just so
Dude,
brilliant in his
Marshall
design.
is a freaking phenom. All right, so we're gonna go over here to the old tubes of you. And look, Kathy's on. We should bother her. I was watching her and Cheryl. They're in the hotel room learning how to cook vegan food in the hotel room. Okay, so basically, if you were to go to your channel, this is so simps. And you were to go to playlist. I'm actually live right now, but let me see if I can create. No, that's not going to work. I'm going to have to go to studio to make this work. I'll show you how simple this is. This is so crazy. I'm going to go to studio, go to content, and then I'll go to playlist. And I'll just pick a random playlist. So here's our playlist right now.
Marshall is here. He's watching. Be good.
Marshall's here? Hey, Marshy. Dude, the cursor thing? Come on, son. Come on. Let me pick a playlist that's, I'll just use this one. So if I go in here under live streams, what I should do is real quickly, let's do something fancy. Let's create a brand new playlist. I always have a hard time remembering how to do this. It messes with me every single time. Let me go to live streams, and it's not giving me the whole list. I know, hold on. My brain gets stuck every time, but then I figure it out in seconds, so don't worry. We're gonna take this particular one, and I'm going to edit the title and the script. It's not going to let me do it that way. Let me go in. There we go. All right, cool. So watch this trick. I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to go to playlist, and let's make a new playlist, okay? Boom. Ooh, they made it shorter. Hold up. Back the fence up. They made it shorter. Let's just go new podcast, okay?
Yes.
The title of this podcast is EREATORS. Boom. UNSTUCK. Boom. Did I spell that right?
Yeah, I think so.
You know I can't spell. Okay, so here's the drama right now. So Wendy, we're gonna do everything except press create because we're waiting for Marshall to create the logo, which we're gonna create on Thursday live on Marshall's show. But here we would place the description for our podcast, okay, which we can talk about today. Then we will place a 3,000 by 3,000 square image in this box right here, okay? And then we're going to set the visibility to public, and then we're going to set the default order to be the date published. That is it. That is how complicated it is to turn a playlist into a podcast on YouTube. I highly suggest you start with at least 2 videos. One, the introduction of what your show is, which Marilou and I are going to have to record at some point in time. It's going to be roughly 1 to 3 minutes. Be like, hey, I'm Doc. Hey, I'm Marilou. We're going to do Creators Unstuck because, yeah, we know what it feels like to be a creator. Like, we've been there. We've been in the trenches. It hurts. Sometimes it's a little crazy. But you got homies. If you have nobody in your show, you got Lou and I, because we're going to hold your hands and we're going to talk you through it, and we're going to make sure that nobody tries to jump into the bushes. No Homer Simpsoning. Like, we're going to get it done together. So join us, on whatever day for Creators Unstuck. That'll be like one of the videos. That's the premiere. Like, you put that first and then we'll put our first episodes, right? And then so that's it. So it used to be you had to create a playlist and then there was a checkbox, but they made it even easier now. So that's all you need to do to get set up there. And that, my friends, is glorious.
And the thing with the what's set up in YouTube, when you start to see these changes, like take note, because that's what YouTube is prioritizing. That's what, like, when the platforms make those kind of changes, you're like, oh, okay, they think that podcasts are important, or they know that podcasts are important. So, take note of those things.
I always say that if the platform introduces something new, do it. Because that's your breakout opportunity. They're spending money to do that. They just spend time to code that. Okay, Janet said, can't wait. Will you talk about creating the little intro, or do you have a link for video on how to? I have a catch-22 here with me. This is tough for me. I don't particularly like intros. I had to let that marinate. When I do that, I'm not stuck. I'm not stupid. I'm letting that marinate. I don't particularly like intros because you have, I believe the answer was 7 seconds to get them locked in. I guarantee you nowadays is probably 5. And so if you start out your 7 seconds or your 5 seconds with, welcome to my show, that they're gone. Like, nobody want to see that. I think you got to open up, pow, right in the face. And then you can do a Dick Wolf, and like 5-6 minutes in, maybe, but that's still about you. Your intro is about you. Your audience don't give a damn about your intro. Your audience I need you to serve me. They're greedy on purpose, and they should be, because you are a servant. As a servant, your logo, your ID, all that other stuff is semi-irrelevant. They have already seen it. They clicked the button. Why do you need to show them again? Okay, I got to tell you a quick story, and then you'll understand better. We were just at Podcast Summit, and the organizers said, Doc, can you send a bio? No. But we need to announce you on the stage. Cool. What's your bio? I don't need a bio. What I've done in the past, what I'm doing now is irrelevant. I came to serve these people. My bio is, he is here to help. Ask him some questions. It is not about me. It's about y'all. And so Donnie, who was doing the intro, I think she was trying to be cute, because I think she thought I was tripping. But she goes to the stage and she goes, I asked Doc for his bio. You know what he said? Never mind his bio. What do you want? What do you need? Ask him a question. You know what the audience did? Ovation. See what happens when you serve? Like, literally, like the fact that I used to jump out of planes, how the hell does that fix your podcast? You know what I mean? The fact that I used to work for Apple, not irrelevant to your podcast. The fact that I'm cute, sexy, 270, not a part of your podcast. The fact that I work at Ecamm, not irrelevant. Not relevant. None of that is not important. I'm here to serve you. And so that was actually one of the funnier moments of the convention, and people came up to me and gave so much props for that. So how funny is that? I watch all of the dudes with all of the titles and all of the books to sell and all. They sit there and they'll give you a 5-minute bio, and that did not help you. And like I said, at PodFest, Katie, myself, Louise, our crew, Jeff C., we go to watch this panel, and the host of a 33-minute session spent 15 minutes giving the bio of the 4 people on the panel. So we literally got a 10-minute session. That was just ignorant. I could look that up on Google.
Right. Yeah, if they showed up, they probably read it in the pamphlet or the app or whatever. Like, I don't know, just get into it.
Yes, 100%.
We only have so much time. People don't waste people's time.
100%. All right, just checking to make sure we got any questions. Then we're going to talk about this branded thing.
And it's also about like showing people
that black MacBook, bro. Yes.
Yeah, I have it. It's underneath in my storage.
Yeah, I am very much about. I did a stream a couple years ago called "F Your Intro." Because it's.
I was so happy when we kind of as a community started to phase out the countdowns.
I can't stand the damn countdown.
Because I was like,
Don't
what are we
tell our
doing? I was
friends.
just sitting there. I'm like, well, I'm already here. You're
And,
here.
and
Like,
let's
can
be
we just
honest,
do it?
people will tell you that they are waiting for the people in the audience to have a chance to come in. But they say it like that's for the audience, so they don't miss anything. But what they're really saying is they don't want to stream to nobody. Yo, I'll stream to my damn self, like, because somebody will find it. Yeah.
Well, most people also
Hold on.
gab.
There you go. Go ahead.
So most people also just kind of gab at the beginning of their stream. So you've covered what you're trying to accomplish with the countdown timer anyway, because you haven't really gotten into the meat of stuff. So just start.
You heard that? That
Yes.
is Paul Duncan and telling you facts. Most people just gab like we do. We gab at the beginning because I ain't seen my homie in 3 weeks. And that's not that long, but it felt like it.
Yeah. We still talked a couple times, but
Yeah, it's just different. It's different
Not the
because
same.
we talk all the time, so it's really funny when like, hey, Marilou is missing. All right, so no intros on YouTube. On Apple, I have an intro, but I'm saying no intros. Period. Honestly, like I get it. And listen, on my other show, The Flow, we have an intro. That's not my decision. I am the subordinate in that particular situation, and the Canadian lady don't listen to me. Because if it was up to me, we would never have an intro, ever. It's not necessary. I like to go to a movie and them never play Marvel Studios. Bitch, I know. I bought the ticket. You know what I'm saying? I have seen every Marvel piece of content ever created. I have never missed a Marvel anything. I don't need you to go Marvel Studio. I know. My brother,
I kind of disagree because like part of that for me is like
my
exciting.
brother-in-law works there, okay? But I just want you to get right into it. I know some stuff that you guys don't know, but I can tell you in a couple of weeks once it comes out. It's going to be
Tell
so
me later.
good.
I
It's
need
gonna
to
be
know.
So good. It's going to be so good. Oh, my God. This one's going to be amazeballs. Luis says, I'm here, I'm listening. That means he's on the floor playing with Aiden. I'm very much about just get to the video, short, long, regular conversations, just get to it. Yes. This is so freeing. You know what else I think is good about this, Janet? I'm glad you like this. Because the people that can afford to get a really dope intro will always win. And the people that can't afford not to get one, well, because like Marilou just said, the Marvel intro, that whole little 7 seconds of Marvel Studios, yo, that is millions of dollars just to do that. So that's why that's recognizable to us. Some of us would use that as our boot up screen on our computers if we could.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would.
A short bio at a live event is to tell them to put your phones down. This is more important, right? And helpful for someone's increase. Nah, no bios. They can Google it after. They don't need to know the bio to see the presentation. They can Google it after.
And like how refreshing is that if you were like going to something and there is the format. So like you'll go and you're used to like I'm going to hear 15 minutes about whatever books they didn't write and whatever projects that they hired other people to do. Or you sit there and they're already going, you're like, whoa, I better pay attention because this is
Yep.
good. And
Yep.
you've like maybe you missed something, but that's on you. Next
Yep.
time you see this person, you're going to pay attention from the beginning.
So listen to Marilou again. Wait, I forgot to switch. Listen to Marilou again. That is called setting the tempo, right? I'll give you a prime example. When we play ball, even though I play both footballs, round and long, one of the things, if I was in the center circle, the first thing I would do is when I received the pass from the center forward, I would take a shot on goal right there from half. It never goes in. But I just told the other team, look out, effers.
Better
I'm
be paying
coming.
attention.
I'm coming. So we always took a shot on goal from the first whistle. Not like, how fast can we get a shot on goal? I would take a shot on goal from halfway just to let them know your man's is in the game, right? When I play football, one of the things that we would always do is basically first down, go for the bomb. It doesn't matter if you get intercepted because it's just like losing the kickoff. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if you miss. You just let them know, look out, suckers, here we come. that immediately puts the other team on defense, which is funny to say that, but yeah, it puts them on the defense that this person is coming to attack. So if you go to an event where everybody else is blowing up their own pipes, letting you know about their 18 degrees, and you come straight in, okay, listen, in order to get an additional 3,000 people onto your podcast in a month, here are a couple of steps I need you to follow. And you just start, they'd be like, wait, I got to get my notebook. Nah, bitch, you should come ready. Like, this is a conference. This is how I do things. You need to be ready. If you missed it, catch me at the end. Let's keep going. And you just start rolling. And the people will be like, yo, that was different. You just set yourself apart from the crowd. That is part of branding, which is what we're talking here today. You have showed yourself as a no-nonsense, let's get this thing done person. That is part of the brand. And that will help you sort of establish, right? I literally believe too many gurus spend too much time talking about themselves. Yo, Tommy said change your name to Caitlin Clark. But Tommy mentioned something a second ago, which I lost. Let me get back up here. Tommy said, yes, doesn't the name and title under your picture suffice? Abso-freaking-lutely. I've told him exactly where to go find out more about me and where to go find out more about Lou, right? We don't have to give the, hi, this is Marilou. She is a, I forgot the damn, what do you call it? Gemini? No, that's not right. I forgot the sign. Anyway, I'm a Virgo. I like windy walks on the beach and sci-fi movies. That's just super stupid.
I'm a Pisces. I like escape
That's
rooms
what it was.
and
Feces.
taking down the patriarch.
I knew she was feces. I mean Pisces.
Pisces, Gemini.
All right, let's go. So one of the cool things that we wanted to show you, again, I'm going to go back to my little browser tab here and then click back to where's Marshall. All right, so Marshall has this really dope thing that he just created, and it's called the Pod Pack, right? And this is for those folks who are dead serious. And I understand, I'm going to tell you point blank out the gate, anybody watching, this may be beyond you. But I think it's still worth talking about because I think you should know what it costs. I also think you should know that the people that do this will probably get more eyeballs. If they have the ability to keep them, that's on them. But one thing about restaurants with really excellent signage and decor, you will walk in and you will taste the food. If the food is good, you're going to stay there. Right? If a restaurant has ugly sign, ugly decor, unless somebody told you, yo, Big Mama throws barbecue like nobody else, you're not going in there because you're afraid, right? This is an invitation to come in and check out excellence. I just like this website because, look, I'm right here. I'm passing by right now. Look.
There he is.
Me and Katie just flying through. Okay, so what Marshall has done has taken the guesswork out of branding. And anybody who's ever watched the Marshall streams on Thursday, you've seen what the brother can do, right? This is very, very professional. So we had a conversation and I was like, yo, I kind of want to do Pod Pack for Creators Unstuck because I want to set the intention that this show is for real. All right? So I am blessed that my brother Marshall is my friend. And so, yes, it's going to be a little easier for us than most. But this is called leveraging the people in your environment that can help you. If you don't have any people in your environment that can help you, I'm not my fault. I'm a nice person. I give a lot to a lot of people. So every once in a while, I get to collect on some of my being a nice person. Marilou, not so nice. No, I'm joking.
But that's like about being part of communities and being helpful. Like, it will come back if you're willing to give. Like, there's definitely people who are like, no, I could never give. Like, I'm not, the world's not good to me. And that is a way of living. But then there's giving freely and then things do come back. But like we'll look at this and like what the rate for something like this is. I don't know if you've ever worked, like if you have ever had to professionally brand something, like this is a deal.
It's a very deal. It's a very deal. That's good English, Doc. It's a very deal.
It's very deal. And if we were
deal.
talking about intros and, when you're going out to make appearances, if you have good branding, like you don't need to be introduced, right?
Introduced. Oh, I'm
You don't have to
wearing
be
off of
introduced.
Marilou. Oh my
Here we
God.
go.
I'm wearing off of Marilou. She said introduced. That is very something I would have said.
We have so many languages happening.
Okay. So listen. This is really cool. Let's get into this. Let me show you some of the stuff that Marsha is working on. I'm trying to click it in Zoom instead of on the website. All right. So Marsha is going to give you your logo design, your profile pic, right? Your podcast cover, your YouTube thumbnail template, which is just dope. This is so clean, right? A background image for you to use in your streams and whatnot, right? A YouTube banner, right? You're gonna get all of this stuff. So this just makes your life just really, really good. Look at this. Look at this guy is so good. Look at the little twirly twirls.
Look at this, and it like moves around and everything.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like David is staring at me. Stop staring at me, David. So he gets into some conversation about just doing your logo design, right? He gets into some conversation about the podcast cover. Get into the conversation about your YouTube banner, your background image, your YouTube thumbnail template. This right here is going to help you get seen because your thumbnail template is very, very important. And then so this is so cool. There's Marshall. I got to meet these folks here at the thing. And then I got to meet Floyd. Floyd is super nice. But yeah, this is what Marshall is charging. And he's giving us a special discount. If you are Creators Unstuck fam, LGL fam, right, you can get a discount. Listen, hey, man, he's still hanging out here. Thanks, Marshall.
What's the URL to get to this?
It is
Podpack.
It is
I see
Podpack. There you go. Paul came in. If you use the code UNSTUCK, right? Yes, I am a professional YouTuber / podcaster. It is an affiliate link. So you will be supporting both Marshall and Lou and I for Creators Unstuck. But if you use the code UNSTUCK, Marshall is generously hooking you up with $500 off. Okay? Now, if you're dabbling and you're going to be a 7-episode person, maybe not the move. If you're a professional like Wendy and you're trying to come out the box, like, bam, slap in. Yes, Paul, you're missing the in the link. You got to put the. The other Paul said to the other Paul that you got to put the. You know what's funny is I know I texted that dude the link. Anyway.
Sorry.
That's all good, Pete.
Well, I kept typing in Podpack and I didn't think so that's.
Hey, you know what it is.
Me too.
You know what it is. Look, Rich, when Rich comes for you, you're in trouble. This Paul was nice. The Rich comes through. He's cracking up in the background. Rich got jokes. So, anyway, go to thepodpack.com and let's make sure you stick the in there. Is it the or the? How do you say it, Lou?
It depends on the mood.
The inflection, yeah. I like the flip.
It's like, how serious am I?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Is it Megan
true.
the Stallion or the Stallion?
Yeah, Megan the Stallion. That's it. AG said, too many Pauls to keep track of.
AG, yeah, it's true. We got a lot of Pauls.
Oh, that's super funny. Oh my God, this is good. This is a good Rich joke. If you know Rich, when he said that Paul Duncan needs to bow out of the race because he's old, you get it? Like, I like what you did, Rich. That's funny. That's super funny. Let me stop messing with Paul. Anyway, so Marshall said, this is important stuff. Marshall said, you get a few logo designs to choose from and then a couple of covers. All right, cool. You heard it from the man himself. I think this is brilliant because, again, going back to like what Wendy's doing, Wendy's a professional, right? And she has already clients and she has a mission. She knows. I had a conversation with her the other day. It's been like a month now, actually. But I know where she's going with her program and what she's attempting to do. So something like this would definitely give a leg up, right? And I appreciate that Marshall's coming through and just giving you a number because what people do is, yes, you can go to Fiverr, but that person does a whole bunch of different people. They don't really understand or know you or, there's just not a different level of care. They're just cranking stuff out. But the brilliance of there is a cohesiveness in this pack. You can see it in the thumbnail, right? you can see the whole colorway vibe, which we're going to talk about in just a second, because Lou and I got to come up with colors. I got ideas. Don't ask me why. My ideas don't make no damn sense.
Okay.
But yes, this is beautiful. This is very, very beautiful. Yeah. So I like this whole vibe. I like this setup. And you can tell just from seeing the site, like it really does kind of give you like, this is going to be good, right? So again, he's broken down. So if you're going to get started, let's talk about something that Marshall did, which I thought was great, which we're going to get into. Marshall sent us a like dating service application.
It's a questionnaire.
It's a questionnaire. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's to get to know you and understand your vibe. And it's brilliant. Some people just say, hey, I got an idea, here's this, here's that. But by asking the right questions first, Marcy can get closer to what you're trying to achieve. Right? You know what I'm saying? So I just thought that was kind of cool. All right.
Now I have to ask, is this questionnaire, is it proprietary? Because we were going to share it and build it on screen, but also I don't know if we got permission from Marshall
I told
share that
Marcy
publicly.
that we were going to fill out the questionnaire on the stream, and he didn't say hell no. First of all,
Okay.
he's too nice. Marshall is man Katie. He's just too nice.
Yeah, okay.
So you got
like,
five. You
it
got
wouldn't
5
matter if
seconds
you
to tell
use-
us don't do it.
Yeah, and if you shared the same, like if you have this list and you fill it out at home, like it's still going to look different than what Marshall does.
Bingo.
No matter what you do. Like, but it is all stuff to really good and like think about when you're coming up with your stuff.
Okay, so do you want me to pull up the
So
screen,
open
or
up
you
the
gonna pull it?
Notion. I had pulled up, like you could pull up Marshall's, and then I also put the questions into the Notion so people could see me type.
Oh yes, if we do it in Notion, then that way everybody can watch you type.
Yeah, at the
And-
bottom, if you'll see.
Okay, this might be super stupid, but I'm gonna upgrade right now
Yeah, do
because
it.
I'm
Why
danger
not?
like that.
We got Will Danger in the corner here, so.
Yes. Oh, there you go. All right, cool. I don't know why.
So at the bottom, you'll see
I
podcast.
cannot stare at a thing that says update and not update it. It doesn't work for my brain. Okay, so again, we are filling this out here. Marilou basically copied Marshall's questionnaire into the Notion so that you guys can see what we do. We are live here. Okay, so podcast design survey. Code unstuck. Get $500 off. And that
That's so
Unstuck-
generous too. Thank you,
Right?
Marshall, for giving that for the people here.
And that's going to be, we got our first affiliate deal.
We did. Look at it. We're not even
look.
launched yet.
We're growing a podcast in real time, folks. We're in real time. Okay. I like it we do the little cameras because then I can dig my nose real quick and nobody can see. All right. So, what is the first question, Lou?
Podcast. What's the name of your podcast?
Creators Unstuck.
And it is Creators Unstuck.
All right. What is your host name?
Now, this was a question for you. So it's Doc Rock and Marilou Mandl, but do you want Sean Boyd in it as well,
Nope.
or just Doc Rock?
Nobody calls me that except the police.
Doc Rock of Doc Pops. Did you guys
Yes.
get your Doc Pops? I ordered 2. I
was just looking for the dang slide so I can remind people that it's available. So let me do this real quick. Look, it's available. You can go get some now. Make sure you get some. Not sponsored. Wait, it is sponsored. It's sponsored by
It
me.
is. Yes, it
It's
is.
sponsored by me. Let's
Doc
go.
Pops. Get your Doc Pops. If you guys have ordered, let us know in the chat. If not, just go order while you're watching.
Yes.
You can multitask.
All right, cool. Now,
Okay, cool. So then now we're at a tagline or brief description of your podcast that you'd like to include in the design. Now, I feel like we maybe came up with something like that in our previous page.
let's investigate what you have. I have 6 on the way. Thank you, Jones. You vibes is in the building. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Paul Duncan, for coming through with that. Yeah, what I like this is my favorite part, right? I realized that I accidentally screwed up mine on the pod page, not the pod page. He's so dumb. When I did my Doc Pops page, I have look fresh, sound fresh, but on the page in a whole bunch of places I put look good, sound good, and I got to go switch them all because I did it once when I was being creative, and then I got disconnected from the creativity, and then I came back and I flipped my own statement, but I got to go fix them. But yes, it's look fresh, sound fresh. That's correct.
I like that.
MV7 Q2U. Yes, let me get out my Q2U. But I know it should fit. Oh. You guys can hear all that noise that he's making?
All of it.
Yo. Yes, 2 P's at the end. It has to be 2 P's because I have 2 personalities. You know what it is. Actually, there's about 17. I am Sybil. Sybil is my friend and my other friend. And my other friend.
Well, the second P, it's like Doc Pop.
Yeah, there it is. The second P is silent. Okay, listen. Sorry for the ruffling. Kevin, bingo.
I'll make it big so we can see.
That's what she said.
There you go.
You just got to take some evening out. But yes, you can put it on there, Kevin. You can. Boo, boo, boo. Because this is the Samsung Q2U, which the ATR 2100 is literally twins. Like, it's exactly the same. It does have slightly a phallic look to it when you're done, but it does work. Your world keyboard is dropping characters. That's super funny. Okay, did you find out if we had at some point in time made a what do you call that? A tagline?
So I think the closest we have is the Metamucil for your podcast or your creator, but like that's not it. I'm just joking. What I'm thinking we do is we skip over that and go to podcast description because I do think we have some stuff in there.
Yes, we do.
And those of you that have been following along with us, if you have taglines that are popping up for you, share it with us because maybe you guys have the idea. The tagline that we did have was #Keely is right, but I don't think that's the route we're going to go. That's just like internal knowledge. Yeah, that's just in the fabric of our show, but it's not necessarily the tagline. That's public.
An inside joke. And theoretically, now this is important. I'm glad you brought that up. You only do those inside jokes if you're going to explain it to the audience. Never leave your audience feeling alienated. Okay.
Alienated. Don't leave them feeling alienated.
Don't leave.
You're going to need a grand card
because you didn't explain what. If you're going to have an inside joke, you have to explain it. Don't do it and not leave it there. So, our podcast decision, our podcast description would be. We are creating this podcast is for creators who are finding themselves, I don't like overwhelmed.
Are facing resistance.
There you go. Yes.
And moving forward. And we can fix this a little bit later. We're just thinking about our concepts, right? Because this isn't necessarily what's getting printed. This is to give Marshall and his team an idea of what we're thinking.
Man, I really want to know what would you guys think. I feel objectified as an inside joke. Hi, Kills. Good to see you. Oh, come on. First aid for your podcast. Ooh, K-Walk with the jokes. See, that's why you gotta have a comedian / principal. Especially because my name is Doc, homie, and I'm an ex-paramedic. I like first aid to your podcast.
Cool. I like that. But it's but we're not specifically talking to podcasters.
No,
it's just content creators, right?
Yes.
So for your podcast, your content, like I always am saying video content just to specify to people.
Yes.
But we can decide how we want to bucket that.
Urgent care for creators.
Ooh, let's add that one too.
We do a little creator therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We're about creator therapy. We're about sparking ideas. We're about having the difficult conversations. And I think a key element for us is the inclusivity part of it. You know, we're not DEI for DEI's sake. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure that everybody's in the game, not just the black t-shirt crew.
Mm-hmm. It's like, you want to be making content, we're here. We'll get you standing up.
Okay. Hashtag Keely was right. Here we go. You ready? Unglue your potential with the freedom to create and make a difference.
Wow.
I like that. Unstick. Unstick is also good because that, like she said, not to mix the metaphors, right?
Sunstick. Unstick.
Oh, speaking of which, do you know of any, see, this is really sidetracking, right? Sorry, people. 1 second. It's important because I'm going to Japan. Do you know of any stick-based SPFs like 30 or better that are good?
Let's see. This one I like. What is this one at? Matte Sunstick. I have to look up what this one is, but this is like a Korean one.
Oh, Jinsun. Beauty of Jinsun.
Yep.
Jinsun.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
I like this one because it's matte.
I just so you know, I can read that. So that's fine. All right, that's a perfect one. That's a perfect one.
Yeah, this one's like one of my favorites to carry around. But you need to have like a base layer. This is like for touch-ups.
Yeah. But that's what I need it for. That's it. Okay, Keely said, let's keep it on brand here. Think of things to do with stickiness, frozen, etc. I like that. All right.
Right. Okay. So then, like, if Marshall's still here, what I'd love to know is if concepts like this that are like kind of broader helpful, or is it better for you if they're further along and they've got like I bet that is, but yeah, would this be helpful, or would we need to go through like 2 more revisions before we submit something like this?
Paul is silly. Paul said the goo be gone for podcasts. All right, so let's talk about our target audience. Anything is helpful. This is helpful. Thank you, Marcy. And thanks for hanging out because I know you have 7 kids. I think it's only 4,
and like
but I like
5 businesses.
I like to add. Wait, Keely said Camera Junkie said something good. Get out of the creative quicksand. True. Because that is a feeling when you're really, see, that's why I don't like the overwhelming thing, but I use it so you guys can understand. But that is that feeling. Whenever you're feeling heavily burdened in the creative process, it does feel like your lungs are being squeezed, and you do feel it. It is a physical manifestation when you're really stuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can totally feel it. I can feel my chest squeezing. So that's good. Marcy said, I'd rather have too much than not enough. All right, so let's check out our target audience. We're looking for creators of basically all shapes and sizes. That sounds so weird, but you know what I mean. There you go. Diverse creators who are looking, to me, this is important. I want to help the creators who are looking to make a difference in the world, not just make a buck. That's not saying that you can't make money, but I really think, for me personally, I want the people that I help to have a positive impact. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you've got your goal of help 1 billion people.
Yeah, so I'm also impact over influence. I can't stand that damn influencer word. I'm an impactor. That sounds really creepy.
Well, that's where the unstuck comes.
Yeah.
And like my mission is always like, I want to help people who actually want to do stuff.
Yep.
Not like just think about it, not just like listen to the show and then don't do anything. I want you to actually go make your stuff.
Yo, Rich, this'll make a dope T-shirt. You remember Wacky Packies, Rich? You're old enough to remember this. Wacky Packies were this gum, and it was like baseball cards, but they would have, instead of Comet, it was vomit, and like you would shake it in your sink, and it would be like, you know, little creepy crawlies, or instead of Wonder Bread, it was some other weird name. So they would just take products and they would make funny names out of it and turn it into these little stickers. It would be dope to have a WD-40 can looking thing that said Creators Unstuck.
That would be fun.
You know what I mean? That would be a dope T-shirt. That'd be. George says, impactors sound like a bad tooth. Flo, you should have got an email that says your tracking number because I sent your Samps your direction. It's coming. Boom, boom, boom. I like this. This is good.
That's nice.
Yeah. Because, you know what, again, people who make content, who take action on what they learn, creators who are open and willing to coach and willing to take action, right? I love the fact that it's about the diverse creators. You know what I'm saying? That's good. So it's funny, Kevin, you know that because the reason why I said about the impact is because there's actually a medical condition called fecal impaction, and that's where you're so constipated that it's actually in there. Like we have to digitally take it out.
That's what we're doing. We're digitally getting you out of your impacted creativity.
Anyone who has a
tunnel.
dog knows this trick because sometimes you got to do it to the dog. You got to get it out. Yeah, see, Wacky Packy. It was Wacky Packy. Yeah, that was when we were kids. Those things were super funny. All right, so what comes after target audience, Marilou? Move your head.
We're helping those who are creatively constipated. That's one that I
that
like
was
to
one
tell
that
my
you
people.
said. Yeah, I like that.
I think that's how we ended up with Unstuck.
Yeah, exactly how we ended
We got
up with
into poop
Unstuck.
stuff.
Yeah, it's creatively constipated.
Okay, cool. So now we're looking into design prefis.
Yes.
Specific design styles that you have in mind. Now, you said you had kind of thought about this. What do you have in mind?
I did think about this. I want to posit a question to the community real quick because, again, I'm leaving in a couple of days to go to Japan, August 6th. Japan is where I go to charge my battery, and I've always wondered from other people, where do you go to charge your battery? Where do you go to charge your creative battery? I can tell you, for an example, when we did our little creator house in Vegas, just being at the table with Marilou and Brad at night, just like having conversations about, you know, the industry. And Brad and I jaw dropped as Marilou films a short with her phone and her little setup. I feel like that's also a form of like having that fiber, you know what I mean, is getting you cleaned out, you know, getting sort of recharged type of thing, right?
Like I felt like that with Creator Camp. Like I came back and was just like, yes, let's go.
Let's go. So really curious in the chat, where do you go to recharge your battery, flush your system, get your creator probiotics? I am really, really curious about that. Please drop that in there.
Probiotics. That's kind of fun.
Let's get in there. Okay. She said creator probiotics. Marshall's going to be like, this is the worst damn list I ever got.
It is too all over the okay, but this is good where we get into design preferences, and I like doing this in like here in the Notion, because then we like as we get further along, maybe we want to change or refine things that are further back.
Well, you can also see your thinking process, right?
Mm-hmm. Because if we're like, because it could go into like a medical look, right? If we wanted to really lean into that, the WD-40 thing, it could be like that. It's like a mechanical look. We had kind of talked about like a boot camp look, you know, like all of these are different design inspirations that like maybe will or won't be the thing.
Harlan Merriweather Strickland III, my brother. He says, you mean, what do we do other than listen to Doc Rock? Yes, what do you do? Man, see, listen, Strick is dope because if Strick is like, for me, sometimes when I just get stuck, I'll just kick back and just listen to music. All he has to do is go to the other side of the house and listen to Kim practice. Because she is a phenomenal jazz flautist. That's the proper word, I think. So all he had to do is just listen to Wifey practice, and he's good. Like the rest of us got to get out Spotify or whatever, but he got like built-in Kimify. And he's like, hey, babe, can you play this track real quick? And she like, that was a very horrible impression of what a very classy Grammy-nominated flautist can do. Sorry, Kim. I love you, regardless of what Harlan says about you. Okay. Anyway, so I was thinking, okay, I don't know why, Marilou, and you can tell me this is completely psycho. In my head, I see you as bright yellow.
Okay.
I don't know why. I don't know why I attached that color to you. Maybe it's the picture. If I were
I think that like that has a lot to do with it, but that's a color I choose a lot intentionally.
Okay. Because I was going to say, if I hide your camera, that of course
you see
it's not
me
on,
like
it's not on this
headshot,
scene.
right?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's because of this. I always just see you as bright yellow. And everyone knows that I'm purple, but I'm not stuck to purple. But I think yellow and purple is dope.
Yeah.
Right? I do
Is
think
that a sports team? Is that
it's the Vikings, but
okay?
never mind them, they suck.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really about the Vikings. It's something about that energy and that brightness and that fresh and that optimism, right? You have this undying optimism. Why I love you. Like, it is just, F it, let's do this. I love that F it, let's do this approach, right?
That's like my whole theme. That's my niche.
Yeah, I actually made a mock-up of a hat or something I was going to do, which is F it, let's do this type of mentality. Also my mentality, right? I just like, whatever, man, let's just go, you know? I'll pull up that design and I'll show you guys. It was dumb. I never printed it because it was a dumb idea, but I will bless it at one day and make it a thing. But I really, it's F it, let's do this. I remember even Marshall and Elicio helping me pick the font and everything because I really do. That's my mentality. F it, let's do this. And then purple brings a level of regalness, some sage, and I hate to say this, it's old, but not old in the old way, but old in the reason why you talk to Merlin.
Like wisdom, right?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So experience.
Experience.
Right.
Yeah. There we go. So even sorry, I almost called her Katie. I'm mixing up my Canadians. Even Keely said that the purple and the yellow might be good. Now, again, you don't have to stick to yellow. I don't know why my head sees you as yellow, and it's not racist at all. Trust me.
No, but like I completely agree. Like that bright yellow color that's in the profile picture, like that is specific, right? And that was like part of the choices with the calendars was like I need to incorporate that, but I didn't want a yellow wall. I wanted like more colors, stuff like that. So I do like those. And I wonder if there's a third color. Like, what color do you get when you mix purple and yellow? It might not be a thing. I don't know.
The purple is saying, "Are you experienced?" No, I'm just
like
old. But I was trying to go with it. So let's do this real quick. Let's go over to my favorite tool. I think Marshall uses something different than I. I'm curious. I use Coolors. Okay. COOL. ORS.com. I think I did that right. Coolors. Yes, I use this. Oh, you know what? I can't show you guys if I don't show you guys. Yes, we're taking a trip to Coolors. You know it, Keely. This is my favorite. I hate apps that I actually have an account with, and they keep telling me to accept the cookies. I'm like, fam, I'm already a member. I've been a member for like 10 years. This is one of my favorite apps. Like, don't ask me about this crap. So let's go start the generation. Okay, let's go. I know how to use the app. Dude, go away. I've been here. All right, so let's go with, this is kind of a oranges yellow. That's one of the things that's really, really weird about this setup as well is that, I don't have the pro one. I think I did at one point, but I stopped doing it because I only use it once in a while. Let me go back here. Let's see. Explore some trending palettes. And If I'm scrolling and something grabs your eyeballs, be like, freeze.
Okay.
This one's kind of cool. It's a little fresh. It might come off a little film, but I ain't afraid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have that
I
level
like
of
this
machismo.
one. That's the top right. I mean, that's like kind of like just my color palette, right? That I like this bright is one down from there.
This.
That one. Like I like that golden, yellow.
So
Like that purple could be a little bit more like
yeah.
vibrant, like somewhere between that blue and the purple, I think is where your purple could be.
I like
But
this.
I like those kind of colors. That for me is always energizing.
All right, so let's use this as a start. View variations. Bingo. Oh my God. You know what? I'll turn this on just because I need to get this done, and I ain't no bitch.
Do it.
You guys do not need to see me pay for shit. I will get this done real quick because this is how I am. Like if I need to solve something, they keep telling me pro, fine. Have it. It's $36. Ain't no thing. It's a little small.
Let's go.
Issue.
Let's do it.
What is my zip
Screenshot
code?
it. We'll screenshot that and we'll put it in the Notion here so we have the reference too.
Right, just so you see, I'm doing the pro. I'm doing it as 36 bones a month, right?
For the year, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, 36 for the year. Again, I had it at one point, and it probably just my freaking card expired, and I never kept going because I did use the pro one for a long time. Let me just go.
Right, and it's like one of those things. Like I don't mind if things lapse because if I'm not actively using it, when I go back, I'll just turn it back.
Put it
on.
back.
It's okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm logging into the PAL, so it takes 1 second longer because
Cool.
I use complicated passwords. Security challenge. Yes, I'm a human. Just a second, and twirly. PayPal is dead.
Oh, you handsomeness.
Is Know Your Joe? Is that Joe from Marshall's team, or is this a different Joe?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm asking him.
Oh, you're asking Marsha? I just want to know.
No, I'm asking
Will
Know
is
Your
handsome.
Joe as well.
Will is like, you're so handsome. I was like, what are you talking about? Were you talking about me? Will, I know, homie. That's why I like you. All right,
You're
I'm
a pro.
I'm a pro. All right, now let's just hope I can get back to that palette that we had. Okay, let me go back to the home and then go back to trending palettes. It was on the very first page.
Rulers. Oh, you lost it.
Oh, you.
No, there it is, right there.
This one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I can remember because it was 39000099. Okay, view. Okay, Marshall says screenshot this. So before we F this up, let's go here and say open the palette. Okay, and then here's what's cool about this particular situation. If you click here, I'm gonna paste this in just so you guys can see this. Copy. This is why I love this app. When you paste it, the numbers in the URL in order are the numbers, right? The 390099, right? That's the numbers. That's the colors. So all you ever need to know is the URL because you can copy and paste the joints out of there and go to town. All right. So anyway, now we have that. And to put it in the Notion, watch this. I'm going to do something real quick. I'm going to come over to the Notion. I'm going to come down. I'm over here clicking on the Zoom. You just go tap/web, right? You hit web, and then you go bingo, bango, pickly mango, and then let it do its thing. And then now it's going to give us a little, we have the exact link. I can also, if we come back over here to coolers, I can also do some things with, pulling this down, right? So view in full screen, I can export the palette, copy the URL, so forth, so on, et cetera, right?
Or you just screenshot and drop it in like I did.
I'm going.
It's already in there.
You already did. Okay, cool. I was going to screenshot it real quick, but you did it. So now I'm going to press on view variations. All right.
Ooh.
So look at this. So what's cool is Marshall will understand this, but if we needed to do something that needed to be hella vibrant, like the Easter version of this palette, it's going to be this 80% swing right here. right? If we needed to do something hella dark, not a little regal, we were going to, come in at minus 30%. That's going to show you the tones. You see what I mean? You can even look at different saturation values of this whole thing. You can see what different hues of this looks like. You know what I mean? So like you were saying, it needed to be a little bit more purple. This is the OG. If we come up a step, that's a little bit more purple. Oh, Joe said, you mentioned my name, but I don't know what you said. This can show you the temperatures. We can set up for color blindness in order to help out Paul. We got the luminance, there's the gradient, and then there's the different themes. So super cool how this stuff works. Let's check out some similar plates. That's the OG. This is crazy. I love me a 10 palette because it has a lot of the extra colors in there.
Mm-hmm.
This is also good.
Like I also like this color palette because it's like, it feels like sunset. It feels tropical. We like our island vibes.
I do like this palette, Lou. It's funny. I'm a big proponent of like, don't over dig. If you happen to dig and you get that big booger on the first pull, stop up, get out your nose. Stop digging.
Yeah. I think we stick with that, right?
Yeah.
I think that's a fun palette.
I kind of like this palette. Here's the darker purple version. Let's take this to a different tab. Open the palette, hold down the control key. Did that do it? Did it pull it? Yes. But then this comes out more goldenrod.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first one's better.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it is. And then of course, right, because Marshall's a professional, he'll know. I'll trust.
All right, let's add this one to the thing too, just so you can have the additional, because I think it's I like the short palette. I think it's also good to have the extended palette. And if you've seen my palette and the Ecamm palette, then you know how I do, right? So let me copy this as well, and then I will paste it in the chat just so that people can see if they want to take a look at it. But yes, this is it. And then I will also put this into the Notion document. It's just an extended version of the same palette. All right, cool. Dang, we cooking with Pam, fam. We did that quicker than I thought. Because I was like, she's going to be like, you're crazy. I'm not yellow. But I don't know why. I just see you. I just see that vibrance in you. You know what I mean? Dude, and in this palette, I absolutely love the 54.
Mm-hmm.
Is a really nice color, right? So, super.
I love that color. I feel like that's a color of my first like business cards. I just always kind of gravitate to that pink.
Dude, we did it. We did it faster than we needed to.
I love it. Don't think too hard because we've been working on this, little bit by little bit. So when the intuition's there, right? It's like clear. It's like that one. Like I liked it, you liked it, Marshall liked it.
Here is the thought process. Real quickly, Marilou just said it. Do not think too hard. Just come with it. You know what I mean? It's freeing, right? And no one's going to, hey, who said this? David said this in the conversation he and I had. He goes, when you finish that, you're all worried and you're all stressed out, you're doing whatever. And then when the podcast is over, that recording is over, nobody died. So Lou and I just picked the palette and nobody died. You know what I'm saying? I paused the stream for a while and skipped forward caretakers for creators. That's good. That's good. One problem for that for me, BJ, and we will discuss this at a different time. I've brought it up many times in my teachings. I'm a little leery of words that lean on the help side of the drama triangle. I am a coach. I'm not a helper. Right? My job is to teach you how to do for yourself. What happens when you become a helper is the helpees just need you too much. They never grow and fly their own wings and disappear. You know what I mean? They just become burdens. Yes. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. One of my favorite sayings in the world. Oh, Kevin said, didn't realize you can share palettes like that. Oh, yeah, fam. This app is so, so cool. So I'll pull up a random just to show you. Oh, I keep clicking. Zoom is not working. Let me show you some of the cool things that you can do with this Kevy Kev. So you can click the copy this. Over here, you can pull the hex, the HSB, the HSL, the RGB, the CMYK, the lab. You can pull the actual color name if you want to have the color names, which is dope. Amber, orange, rose, violet, because this is a real Pantone color. They will tell you that. You can pull RL, HSK, Copic, which is Copic markers. If you're trying to draw something and you want to go to your Walmart and buy some Copic markers, I don't know if they sell them there. We have a graphic design store here. I just go there, Honolulu Graphics. But you can get that. And if you want to buy Prismacolor, you can buy that. So super dope the way these palettes work. I like the fact that you can actually download and export these. So if I were to export this palette, I could pull it as a URL, a PDF, an image, a CSS, so give the exact code so your mans don't have to code. Me and Marshall were talking yesterday because Ecamm does understand SVG, so I could pull down the SVG, and then the Adobe color palette you can pull down. So you can just double click this right into your app and you got everything you need. So I am a big time proponent of colors. It has been one of my favorite tools for going on 10 years strong. It's just dope. It's very, very dope. I've done recommendation videos on this thing. It's good stuff. And this is what we picked. So I should make sure we keep it locked in. All right. Anyway, so let's go back to the Notion. Where do we be?
So we're talking about style preferences. Like we jumped to color, but like we
Yeah.
go back to style preferences, like minimalistic, vintage, modern, retro. Is there anything that comes up for you?
I'm kind of digging the retro vibe now, but then it doesn't match the bright ass. Actually, it does. I'll tell you why.
It can.
I'll tell you why it matches the bright ass color palette. Caleb and Luis and I went to this place to have some coffee the other day, and I just made some right before we came down here, and it is so good, so good. Let me show you. This is the back of the bag. Let me airdrop this, and then this is the front of the bag. Let me see if I can grab the one from the actual store when we went, because it was really cool. Oh, this place was so rad, bro. Actually, I didn't take it from the store. I'll pull it from here. I legit just made some this morning right before I came down here. So let me send this over. Mac Rebo. Okay, so this coffee company, the bag color is called Technicolor. Look at that.
Yeah.
So very
that's
simple.
cool.
That's why it's so hilarious that we jumped on that palette like right away, because like I legit just bought
Look
this
at that.
coffee. And so this is retro, so I think the retro move can work.
Right. Because even if we take that same color palette, but like tone it down, like
Yeah.
mute it just a little.
Works. It still works.
So like I've been kind of into like this sample here, like a mid-century modern graphic kind of vibe.
If you got an
with-
image, drag it onto your Ecamm so I can see it.
Oh, I closed the Ecamm, but it's in the Notion.
Oh, okay. Let me go to Notion. Bingo.
That picture right there.
Yeah. Oh, come on. That is dope. Dope.
So that like, because people know our
why
faces,
he
right?
look
So we
like
don't
Fat
necessarily.
Marshall, though?
He's got a cat too.
He looked like Fat Marshall. Just chilling in the chair. Oops, don't do that, Doc. Sorry, Marshall.
But I like kind of this concept of maybe little cartoons, like like a graphic image, like that, as opposed to putting our faces on there, because like our faces are in the whole video.
Oh, yeah. So, Rich, you can just drag a SVG straight to Ecamm. We know what to do with that. And the reason why that's dope is because that's the smallest footprint you're ever going to put as a graphic inside of Ecamm. So if you're capable and you build all your overlays in SVG, they're really tiny, so you don't have your machine's not getting boxed with heavy graphics. Look, he even has the plant. It is Fat Marshall. He not even has the plant. I like this.
He's not fat. I think he's just on a chair.
No, Marshall's super skinny though. So
Like extra skin,
extra skinny. Yeah, this is cool.
Or you can make us look like Disney princesses. That's fine too.
I'll be
Like
a princess.
Pixar.
Ain't
You make us
nobody
like
scared.
Pixar characters.
The Pixar princess. Man, listen, Kat. I just want Kat to know that we're over here blowing this notion up. Kat, you see this? We listen.
Look at us go.
You know, we just are on fire. Kat's like, she's over there going, "Oh, my little heart! I can't believe these two." All right, so let me show you guys the heater when it comes to getting your topography down. Okay, I'm gonna show you a couple places where I like to kick it. Let me come over here to the old Archie browser, and let's do. I'm not going to be logged in this time, but man, I keep clicking on Zoom trying to do this. This is where I go when I'm trying to get some typographical thought processes down. Oh, I see. You're going to make me log in, aren't you? Please do it automatically with my passkey. Yes, you did. Yes, I don't need to do Behance Pro. I am a Creative Cloud subscriber. You should know that. Okay, so, ooh, this is actually kind of pretty, but I don't like the boxy Y. Do you feel that it should be kind of poofy and round and squishy, or do you want it to be sort of boxed?
I'm not sure.
You know what I mean by that, right? Like a fluffy,
Yeah.
a fluffy font. Let me.
Want it to be readable, like quickly readable.
Yes.
So sometimes that's why I don't like fluffy, because I think it's hard to read. So
It
I
can be.
usually are drawn towards, the harder
But
edges.
You see how this one is? It's soft edge, but very easy to read. This blue one, like, but yeah, I know me personally, I almost always go with hard edge.
So I had just typed in Japanese mid-century modern design, and I dropped an image into
The Nosh.
the Notion, like underneath the Marshall and the cat and the plant, as like concepts. Like it wouldn't necessarily be these things, but it's like really beautiful. And I don't think I see podcast covers that are like this.
Yeah, this is glorious. Dude, you had me at Japanese, pimp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, even though like I don't think this one is like these are necessarily Japanese, but that's what like I had typed in.
I love it. Keely says, now I want to rebrand something. Yo, Sal, what's up, fam? Good to see you. Oh, that's super funny. Keely said, check out Font Joy as well. Okay, we'll go check that out. I am feeling the 80s vibe. I am feeling the late 60s, mid-century modern vibe as well. I love this. I love this. This is good. Man, listen.
So there's something in this world.
Yeah, 100. I'm feeling it. Let's check.
Like,
something.
don't get me started on a mood board. Let's go.
Mid-century retro. Let's go in here. Let's go get our look on.
This is fun too.
Oh,
You
I
can
love
tell
this
I like
Metroville.
colors.
I love this Metroville. Wrong colorways, but you know what I mean? I
But
like
the
that.
style's nice.
That style is nice.
Or we can go hard right and just make it look like a Star Wars poster. And there's just like our faces and like explosions and the cats and, look crazy. Like, I love these kind of looks.
So do I. You know what this reminds me of? What's her name with the nose? Paul knows.
Tinkerbell?
No, Paul knows because he's old. She had the
Bewitched?
cat.
I Dream of Genie.
Bewitched.
Bewitched.
Bewitched. I Dream of Genie is this one. Bewitched is
Elizabeth
can't-
Montgomery.
Elizabeth Montgomery. There you go. That is her.
Let's
This
look at
is
that.
dope. This
Marshall's
is
like,
dope.
oh my gosh, I have to design. Like,
What did Marshall said?
no, I'm just thinking, like, what is he thinking right now? It's like, I wonder if this is exciting because it maybe is a little bit different than what everybody else has done, or if it's like, oh, they're going too deep. I'm going to have to charge them extra.
You know we got to go sideways, fam. It's me and Lou. So
Yeah, it
he
can't
already
be.
effed up. It has to go sideways. Look, this is a little butch, but you see what I'm saying, though? I love that. I love that cleanliness. I love
That's
that.
nice.
That is dope. I'm going
Yeah,
to
let me screenshot that one.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You got the board
Okay.
action.
Move your cursor.
Move your cursor.
Bam. Got it. Get your cursor out of my way so I can screenshot it.
Who are you cursoring
Okay.
at?
Where did I
Oh,
add?
come on, son. Yo. I like the half tone. Okay, I do not want it to be Hawaii. Let me stop. But I like the half tone. Paul, I feel like you need a pillow like this, homie.
Oh,
With Maestro.
fun.
You just got to make it a tuxedo cat. Listen, we're doing what we're doing. Why am I sidetracking Paul? Okay, look, this looks good. This looks good. I love
Samantha
this, man.
Stevens, played by Elizabeth Montgomery. That's right.
Yes, I absolutely love this. This is cool. I think that should
Where's
give him. Oh, listen, Lou, look.
Yes. Cool. Right. Because, like, what if it looks like like a classic TV, but where it's a classic laptop? I don't know. Like, it looks classic, but it is modern devices. That's neat. I'm going to screenshot her.
Here, let me move this out of the way.
Yoink. Got him.
Dude,
There's a lot of reference material in here.
This is very, very good. Very, very good. Okay, I'm liking this. I'm really liking the look of this. Yo, I got a suit like this.
That's fun.
Yo, rock and roll, rhythm and blues, gospel, and Jamaica. That sounds like my Tourette's.
Get your back up off the wall.
What you know about that?
This is what Kevin's saying.
up.
It's like, get
Oh,
your cursor
Kevin.
up out the way.
Oh yeah, get your back up off the wall. Damn. I was like, come on, Kevin. Kevin, you're too young to know that cut. Look at this. Look how simple this is. Oh, let me get it to the right part. Oh, look at that.
Oh, those are colors. We just want to be like lifesavers.
Yeah.
You know, lifesavers can't.
Did you just connect? That is a connected dot right there. We're kind of like lifesavers for creators.
Yeah, let's look at this.
I like this. I like this. Look at that. Just boom.
Oh,
You can see
cute.
you know what I'm saying? But that wasn't what I was trying to get at. Where the heck is the thing that they put it on the front and then it's not in here. Scroll harder, dude. Scroll harder. That's cool.
Ooh, that's neat.
You know what I mean? Just mad clean.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, people, I don't know if you're paying attention. This is an Ecamm layout that ain't nobody done yet.
Yeah, I was like, I'm ready to pull that.
I can make that an Ecamm layout in seconds. Where the word Garrison is the comment box. You got the host in the pink. You got the two guests in the yellow and the orange. And the comments right there. Bam. If you have a 3-person show and you want to be different from everybody else in Ecamm, let me leave this for a second so that Paul Duncan, what's the other smart one? Paul Dixon can get that overlay sold. Because this one is sick. This one is absolutely sick. I'm going to go ahead
And that's also for you
appreciate
guys who are like, when you're designing your shows or anything, like, don't just look at what other live streamers are doing or other podcasts are doing. Like, think wider, right? Because there's design in inspiration everywhere. And then if you can take that thing into a live stream or a podcast, like, it's different. Shaking it up.
I like this. Gretchen points out that lifesavers for creators is a loose rhyme. I like that. That's a Biggie
Lifesavers
or
for
Eminem style
creators.
rhyme where it doesn't have to be exactly the phonetically rhymed, right? It's a loose rhyme, and that's a Q-Tip thing, that's a Biggie thing, that's an Eminem thing. That's why they're so dope, because they would use pattern to make words that don't rhyme. So big ups to the literary person in here. And I like what you said, Lou. Think a little sideways, a little difference. Hey, little bro, if you're home, I'm gonna need your help in a couple minutes because I'm throwing out my freezer and I need to get it in the back of the truck. So if you're home, let me know. That had nothing to do with what we're talking about, but my brother showed up. I'm gonna ask him a question. You know what I'm saying? I'll buy you lunch. All right.
What are you looking at that on this image?
Sorry, I got stuck. I was making a new board. This is from
Is it Behance?
Yes. Let me give you guys a link so that you guys can peep this. I think this one is really cool. And then if we want, we can put, because I know Marshall's a Creative Cloud user, we could actually put Behance pages in the documentation. But yeah, this one is really cool. So June, because you asked, what we're doing, Lou and I are building our mood board for our podcast to be named. But we already know what it is. It's Creators Unstuck. But the Notion document is called Podcast to be Named. And this is our pod pack. Marshall has this beautiful service that he started called Pod Pack, which is here, which allows you to get all of these incredible assets. You know what, Doc? You got to switch. It allows you to get all of these incredible assets. So we're filling out the prospective client questionnaire for Marshall, and Lou and I are building this podcast in public so that people can kind of see what it'd be like, you know? And so as I'm finding things that fit sort of Japanese mid-century modern and that matches our color palette, which we already put in the Notion over here, this is what we're doing. So now you're caught up. You know what I mean? All right.
Lots of good work on this today. Like, this has been a lot of fun. So thank you guys for hanging out with us and giving your input and letting us know what's exciting to you and what might not be.
Yeah, I like this. And yes, Paul, you're correct. Do not defrost it by chipping off the ice. That's the best way to hurt yourself, or that's how people get cut. When I was working in ER, I would always get people with cut hands because they're using a knife and like stabbing the thing, and it gets stuck in your hand, goes straight down the blade. That happens more often than you would think. But also a jack up the refrigerator. All right, so we got visual inspiration. We got the style, typographic references. I'm not really sure. Now, what do you think about? I think we covered typographical references, image or symbols. I think we kind of got that in our mood boards. But what about a competitor analysis? Have you seen?
So I was thinking about this with like competitor analysis, that I don't love to do it. I know why marketing wise it's important, but I hate to get too much in my head of what other people are up to.
In your head, Sorry, you left me.
Zombie.
Zombie. I don't pay it. I told somebody this at the podcast summit. I pay not nay attention to what my competitors are doing. I'm actually, I won't call it cocky, but for lack of explaining it, I'll call it cocky. I'm cocky enough that I don't see anybody as a competitor.
Mm-hmm.
They're cooperative.
Co-workers, not competitors. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Or they are just somebody else that does what I do in a different way, because can't nobody do it the way I do it.
Yeah, because it's like
I've never had that mentality.
Two different creators can have the exact same niche, exact same topic. Even you do it the exact same way, it's not going to be the same, because you're as long as you're being you. Now, when you start pretending to be them, that's where things get weird. But if you're not looking at other people, you can't pretend to be nobody.
That's why people that start their videos with "What's up, everybody?" I don't even like the original dude, so I instantly don't like you if you do that. But yeah.
Ooh, I like that, Rich. The competition is the overwhelm, procrastination, imposter syndrome, perfection, etc.
Yeah.
Because like,
100.
I don't know, that's the stuff that I'm always like I'm competing with that, like in what we talk about. We're competing with imposter
Ourselves.
syndrome, like that's not real.
Yeah.
That's our competition that we're trying to snuff out.
Yeah. See, man, I told you, man, Rich is my G, because that's 100%. I don't really feel that way. I don't think that way. I don't look at it. I don't pay attention to it. Even people say, well, in our side, right? Or Riverside did this, or StreamYard did this. Cool. Let them. That's none of our business. We don't care. That's not us. And so it's funny when people come into the group with that heat, like, well, OBS did this, so you should. No, we don't want to be that. Our job is to be the best Ecamm we could be. I'm not trying to be the best OBS I could be. First of all, we're never going to run on a PC, so OBS will always win that fight. Second of all,
They can have it.
It's free, so OBS will always win that fight. So already we're outclassed by them in that particular sense. But you know what OBS don't got? Us. They don't got a Ken. They don't got a Glenn. They don't got a Katie, Caleb, Doc. They don't have.
They don't have all of us.
They don't have all of us. Nobody saw that, Paul. Here, you can do it again. I'll let Paul do it again.
Oh.
There you go. That's why we don't do Windows. Paul, you silly. Yeah, like I really try not to get into that thought, man. It just doesn't work.
With that question, because like we're not necessarily analyzing competitors, but if there was maybe a podcast that we're like, I definitely do not want to look like this, I think that's what could be a helpful answer.
Ooh, I like that
to that
approach.
Like whether they're like, competitor or not, it's like we don't want to look like JR, right? We don't want to look.
No, I would punch that dude in the nuts.
Right. Even if I like just pull up like just a list of podcasts, like they all got this look to it. Like I don't want to look like, the white lady influencer podcast. Like I don't want that. I don't like it.
I don't think Marshall could accidentally design something like that.
No, but like you get what I'm saying. Like if you were filling out something like this for yourself, and you're not, you don't have an answer for that. It's like what else?
So all of the samples he put it down here, but if you click on any of these, it doesn't go bigger. I wanted to see some of them in bigger, but what I actually like about seeing it this way
is what it's going to look like.
It helps you see that it looks good when it's small. Hey, Marshall is still here.
Marshall, are you overwhelmed with all of our stuff? We need to know. Is this like
we kind of went ham, Marsh. You put me in bloom in this joint. Look, we got the palette. Yo, dude, do you know what Ichigo is?
Ichigo's cool.
Do you know what Ichigo is?
No, but it looks cool.
Strawberry.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, I like this. You know what's so dope about this? The Ichigo joint is we could have a different one with like you and I. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's like one with both of us, one with you, one with me.
I like that, right? I just love this, right? Dude. Hey, I didn't realize that you snatched up a Bewitched. Come on.
You said it. She's in there.
Wait, so does that mean Marshall saw the picture of Fat Marshall? Just chilling.
This is how tired he is after looking at all of our stuff. He's just like, oh my goodness, these two.
That's what I'm saying. Yo,
I
this
made a
is
mistake.
So good. So yes, I agree the part about the competitor analysis. If anything, we should just find some absolutely no Joe Rogan, absolutely no this, style, no white lady influencer. Sunny comes to mind. Yeah. But again, like I said, Marshall's too cool for that.
And that's why I think in this scenario, which is why like you pay a premium for someone like Marshall to design, is that it's not going to be cookie cutter. So it's like you already know we're not going to get that. So I'm not so worried about that. But I could see where other people, like depending on what kind of creator you are,
Red said Fat Marshall with a box of wine. I don't think Marshall drinks, actually, which is why he's productive. My brother says, I think a good podcast I listen to regardless of the way it looks. Case in point, you can't undock the doc. So yeah, this is true, right? But so here's the key element to that, which is why I think PodPack is such a dope idea. people who their first impression is going to be this if they don't know you. The people. Sorry, I did not mean to curse your Filipino by calling you the people.
The people. Here we are.
The people that know Lou and I, they know you and I. So
They know you and us. They know us.
I told you I'm schizophrenic. That's why I got a us. That they're going to come anyway. But this is going to attract the person who's sliding by, has no idea. And I can tell you right now, when I'm just looking randomly for a podcast and I haven't been recommended one by an algorithm or by a person or something, I really am scoping cover art. And I think, honestly, if I go back to my Tower Record days, I would just go in there and scope cover art. And if I saw something dope, I'd go to the little machine to see if it was 1 of the 10 in the listening station, if you could ever get one. Because there was always some homeless person that just stayed in and just bumped all day. I just thought that was cool. Like, I'm going to just bump all day in the tower. But if you could ever get the listening station, if it wasn't in the listening station, you would just take a gamble and you would get it. But I have found some absolute gems by dope cover art, no listening station, bought it anyway, went home and listened to it, and then bam. You know what I mean?
Right. And I think
Is
like
what
if
it
you were
is.
looking for podcasts and it's like a lot of the stuff looks the same, and then you come across this podcast that has a cover that's like mid-century modern Japanese, but says creators, that has some personality, you're like, oh, maybe this is my vibe. Where like if you're
Yeah.
someone who's starting a business podcast, maybe you don't click on this and like that's fine. We don't really necessarily need that. You know, that's a different vibe. Like when it's like the really, really corporate looking covers, I'm like, no, thank you. Just do not recommend this to me. But
See, I think all of these are inviting, and I really like one of the favorites in here so far, and I haven't listened to the podcast, but I will, is the Nice Watch podcast.
yeah, that one looks great.
Because it's very similar to what Katie and Nat are doing, but the name of it triggered me with Nice Watch. And at first I thought it was a podcast about horrorists. But then I look at the thumbnail and I see the popcorn and the glasses. Oh my God, I can't believe that just happened, because you do that in the actual. So it turns out it's a movie sort of critique podcast. But anyway, it caught me and intrigued me when I was looking at it in the little flyer that Marshall made. So really intriguing. Okay, so let's check our additional notes and see, do we have anything else that we need to add?
Like I feel like a lot of the questions are answered in the images.
I believe so. I think we kind of covered it. Look, here's any photos you'd like to use. Man, that's the hard part is I got to ask a question, Marcy, if you're here. We're going to have to get Anna to take pictures of us at camp. So can we just use generic photos and swap them out in October? Because I feel like we're going to have Anna do like a photo shoot of us at camp.
Yeah.
You
So
know
we
what
come
I
with
mean?
that day ahead. We come a day ahead. We'll get her.
I'm going to be
when
there
we're
a
early,
week
we're
ahead and
fresh.
a week after, so I'm there. Because I mean, I have photo, you have photo, but they're disconnected because they weren't photoed by the same photo person.
Yeah, but like, you know, it'd be good to have like a collection of some stuff where we're together, independent, but like in the same setting, wearing the yellow, wearing the purple, just to make it clear.
Now, second thought, if that's problematic for Marshall, here's the second thought. This shit is important to me, and I know that this is going to be dope. Like, let me back this up to big face. All right, we getting like Benjamin Franklin over here. We're going big face huntings. This is important to me. I feel that this podcast is going to be fire, and I am the type of person that if I believe in it, I believe in it. If I don't believe in me, why the hell can I ask you to believe in me? I will get my ass on a plane and fly to Florida and go do a photo shoot and then fly my ass back home.
Yeah, it'd be a good time too.
You know what I'm saying? Like a photo shoot, we can go get some of those cat drinks, like the one you have in the background, that little pink dude. You know what I mean? Like if it's, Paul, can you give Joe the link to Marshall's site, please? If you're there. Well, Paul's there. I just thought I seen Maestro walk past, but that might have been my eyeballs. Yeah, like if it's beneficial to Marshall, frick, I'll just come to LA for the weekend and take pictures and shit and come back out. We'll just do one of these shows live from there, and I can.
Oh,
do that
maybe we
either.
go over to Hawaii. We've been talking about a trip.
Yeah. There you go. Why don't you fly everybody over here, June? Shut up. Okay, everybody who wants to come here, you can stay at my brother's house. He has an extra room. Take that.
Yes, let's go.
I don't have the extra room. He got the 2-bedroom. I got the 1-bedroom. So take that. Paul, you can sleep with June in his room.
So where's your studio? Is it in the living room?
No, my studio's in the basement. So we have twin towers like this. I'm in this tower by the ocean. June's in this tower by the mountain. And then there's a little breezeway in the middle, which is the parking lot. The swimming pool sits on top. Well, underneath the entire complex, there is, well, actually, no. Underneath the parking lot part, they built office buildings. It was the retail space for the condo. And it used to be a school. And when that school went out of business, we turned it into offices. And so my office is here. So from my side, I can go out the back door and go straight to June's house. But if I go to my house, I got to go walk outside and walk to the end of the block because our condo takes up like 1/2 of a block. Like it's the length of a block, but half this way. So, you know, if this is the square, this is our condo.
Okay.
This is, yeah.
Cool.
June said there's room in the basement for like a whole family. I can see Paul can sleep on top of the tool cabinet over here. Marilou's small. She can fit in the cabinet. That's super funny. We could just suspend Eden's little skinny ass from the ceiling.
Yes.
So
Now,
you're like,
was there
okay,
anything else that
good.
you guys from what we're breaking down here that you want to
Yeah.
see more of? Because like we feel like we've kind of covered stuff, but if there's
I think
something you're like, no, I really want to know what that looks like, then let us know so we can make sure we cover that.
Yeah, I think it's because you want to know. And again, even if you're not going to do, like, hold up, that's a very good point. Let's run this back. I am going to pull up the actual form. Even if you are not going to do a pod pack type thing, oh my God, Rich, we are ordering these and we are selling these at some point in time. Yo, Rich is my guy. Rich is my guy. At somewhere,
Oh, that's
gonna
cool.
we're gonna order little cans of Creator WD-40, man. The world has changed so much since COVID. I was confused when you said 1-bedroom. I was like, so where's your office? Yeah, I do have actual office space. This is true.
I was the same. I was like, wait a second, outside of your house?
Yes. Okay, so here you go. AG said farm parents is something to talk about. Yes, let's talk about this. I guess my brain skipped over it because Marshall is automatic, but let me show you. If you are having to do this by yourself, I do want to do two things. I do want to get the form from Marshy, so let me pull this up and just.
While you talk about that, I'll be right back.
Yeah, Marshy sent it to me in Slack. Let me do this. I got to open up Slack. Because what I want to say is, even if you can't do this, right? Like, we're not going to be mad at you that I understand that, 2,500 is a move. However, you should still answer these questions. You know what I mean? If you're going to do this by yourself or you're going to, your nephew or, something, you should still answer these questions. I think it is very, very important that you go down this list, you find out the right answers, and you answer these questions because it's what's going to make sure that you are doing the right thing. And it will guide you on your process a little bit. So let me pop this in real quick and I'll just show you. The basic stuff, we covered it. You can watch the stream again, but you're going to want to know, like your tagline, your description, your target audience, style preferences, color preferences, visual inspiration, typographical references, images or symbol, the competitor analysis, if that's your thing, and any additional notes. You're going to want to make sure that you run through that in your brain before you get too far. because it will keep you from going down the wrong path. So Keely mentioned this at one point in time, and I'm going to pull it. Font Joy. Boom. So this is fontjoy.com. It is a fantastic site to go and check out pairings. I have a whole bunch of pairing things in my head because I use fonts.adobe.com, so it actually covers that too. You know what I mean? So when you go in here, they will show you recommendations, and under recommendations, they can do pairs. But you know, nowadays, you can just say, like, I'm using this master font as my biggie, right? So if I'm going to use Kiro, what goes well with that? And it wants a standard issue like sans serif regular to go with that, right? If I was going to use something fluffy, this is what I was talking to Lou about, fluffy, like Catherine Italic, right? It's a little fluffy, but still easy to read. And you want to know, like, what goes good with that. If you click on the recommendations, it's going to give you some other fonts. Oh, Champagne Sorbet was another font that I liked. But it would give you ideas of pairings that goes well with that. I just used Champagne for something. I was doing something for a friend. But these guys have good lists. Design websites put out font pairing choices all the time. One thing to not be afraid of, don't be afraid of a single typeface with a big family. Because a lot of times it's just the single typeface with different weights is all you need. It doesn't necessarily have to be contrasting. It depends on the message that you're trying to deliver. Way back up in the chat, my brother mentioned there is a lot of subliminality in your font pairing, your colorways, and things like that. So if you're trying to show a certain form of stability, maybe, or a form of minimalism or simplicity, you would stick with a single font family that has a bunch of different weights. So Montserrat comes to mind. Helvetica comes to mind. Helvetica has 26 different implementations that you can mix and match in order to pull some of that off. I do that all the time. If you look at my stuff, I often use a single family with a bunch of different pieces in it. You know what I mean? Yeah, The Office pre-COVID, as you know, Doc has been before. Shut up, June. Why did I even bother to read what he was going to say? Man, do not sleep on the old classics, though. The industry teases Comic Sans, so we'll leave that one alone, and Papyrus and Lobster. But don't sleep on the famous guys like Times Roman, Helvetica, some of those. Sometimes they can be, oh, sorry, Marsh. Sometimes they can be freeing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they can be freeing because they are the old standards for a reason. A good designer should be able to make Common Sans work. Dude, I love Gilroy. Gilroy is beautiful. Gilroy is a very beautiful font. And Gilroy has a massive family. Let me pull this up. I remember, I think I got Gilroy from Envato Elements or something back in the day. Let me see. Let me pull it. Boom. There it is. Yeah, see how Gilroy has all of these different weights to it? And then you go through the specimen here and it sort of shows off everything. But I was using Gilroy a lot as a Final Cut font because it looks really good in video. You know what I'm saying? So, kind of cool. I think I got it from Envato Elements because I do believe that the paid version is $200. That's mostly what I use on the Podpack website. There you go. So, yes, I like I like the retro flavor of Gilroy without it being over the top. Exactly it. Exactly it. All right, gang. So I think we did it. Lou. We covered all of the questions. We answered all the Marshall's things. I do want to remind you folks, Pod Pack is worth a look. If you're a serious person, you're serious about that life. Now, I'm not sure how he's doing it. This is a contact option for Marshall, but let's just in supposition say, you want to get to this level for your show. Here's what I would do if I was you. I would go out and sell 5 of these. Because you know some people who are above you in the Amex department, but they need a rebranding. They got the money. So you go out and sell 5 of these real quick. And then now you have enough to get your own. I just want to say, I was just telling my nephew that yesterday because my nephew comes in and he was like, Unks, let me see your Fuji, right? You know, all the little kids are about the Fuji film. And then he goes, I really, really like this camera. I kind of want it, but that's expensive. And I was like, boy, say that again, I'll slap the shit out of you. And then his mom, Eddie, she was like, oh, you done triggered Uncle's word. He was like, what? I was like, yeah, you don't allowed to say expensive. Define expensive, little one. And he was like, I was like, exactly. Now think about it and define expensive. What does expensive mean to Kazuma? And he goes, well, it means it's out of my budget. And I'm like, cool. So how do you make it get in your budget? And he goes, well, I have to make some more money first. And I was like, exactly. My truck is dirty. And he was like, what? I was like, yeah, I'll pay you $50. Go clean the car. Now, after you finish, you go through your neighborhood and find all of the old people who's your friends, their kids lost, went to college, whatever. Be like, yo, let me get that grass. Let me handle this trash for you on trash days. Let me clean your trash cans. Let me, wash your car, whatever. I'm like, if you make $120 a day, $130 a day for 10 days, you just bought this Fuji. And he was like, oh yeah. And I was like, cool. Truck's still dirty though. So I'm like, I don't like that mentality that something is expensive, bro. You probably have the skills to get it done. A lot of people get cocky and I'm a clinical psychologist. I'm not cutting anybody's grass. Well, cool. Then you ain't getting the damn microphone or this, whatever you want. I don't like the idiotic words. Like, just go figure out how to get it done. You know what I'm saying? Boom. All right.
And to Mark's question, I ordered the computer. It's coming on Monday. So supercomputer on the way.
Just in time for the stream.
That's right.
Oh, it's on like Donkey Kong. All right, fam. So do you actually, I know you're going to be excited and you're going to want to do it. I was going to say, do you want to do your computer, like get it ready, but you want to talk about must-have apps on Tuesday?
Yeah, because I'm going to start it up as a fresh computer. I'm not transferring this computer to that one.
I never do that. Never transfer
that. I want
anything.
A new one.
I want it to be clean. I never You know, people do that because they're lazy and scared. I would say lazy. They're scared that they're not going to be able to get some setting back the way they had it, that comfortability or whatever. But you can always do that, and you can always bring over certain apps. Some apps were a pain in the butt. Like before when Photoshop came on like 15 floppies, I get it, but now everything's a download, everything's in the cloud. Like, it's too easy. It's way too easy.
Yeah.
So
no, I want to start this one right. I want to start with the Arc browser. I want to start with, just getting the things on there that must be, because this is like a strict work powerhouse supercomputer.
Dude, I've been posting in our Facebook neighborhood group that some kid needs to set up a trash can service. I'll put them out and take them in every day for $5 a house. No takers. See, that's what I'm saying.
It's foolish. It's lost money.
Brilliant. That's brilliant because in their neighborhood, there's I know for a fact because it's a condo, not a condo like a building, but, townhouses area. There is a whole bunch of people who just are all business people. They're all rushy. And he could easily, on trash days, go run around and him and the little brother pull all the cans to the curb and then push them back. And I would tell him to elevate that to $10 because once a month he's going to spray clean the trash cans. And yo, he would make a grip. He would make a grip. Dude, 20 customers and that's $200 a week, bro. For a 14-year-old.
Yeah, you
Dude,
make that
that's
quick.
Balling. That is balling. I'm gonna tell him, Rich. I'm gonna tell him. Oh, let me screenshot this. Uncle Rich said, "Boom." And you and his dad are the same size. Actually, you're taller. His dad is 6'6", so you got his dad by an inch. We jokingly call his dad knee meters for 2 meters because 6.6 is 2 meters. That's $200 a day for 1 week, bro. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That little kid would, yo, I would take that service to keep the hoa off my back. That I can't stand the HOA. They're a pain in the butt. They're a pain in the butt. All right, so yeah, what do we have left on the list to talk about as far as getting this podcast fired off? I swear we crushed this list a little bit.
We really have, but like because we started organized, right? And then had a schedule to meet twice a week until it was done, right?
Yeah.
So,
man, look, we got lists.
Recording, editing.
We did set up
that, publishing. I don't know. I think we're about ready to go.
Yo, I'm
once
excited.
We have the asset, like we could start recording.
I'm excited. Let's get these assets going. This is dope.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So then, like Tuesday, we'll talk. We'll set up my computer and then let this marinate. We'll see what's missing
and everything, and then we could talk about like apps you must have and things like that. Run through some recommendations.
Is this fun for y'all? For me to be like Doc's permanent guest?
Shit, I'm tell you what, they'd much rather see you than my ass because I think I'm a little less yelly when you're around.
Well, I think because it's fun because we both like at the same vibe of F it, let's do it, but with the yellow energy or the purple energy.
Yes, dude, I think that color thing is exciting to me, yo. Exciting to me. My friend David, he was so happy because he has the Vikings podcast. Oh, I know what's the Ravens podcast is a little purple and yellowy too. Damn it, Yolanda, you got me.
But that's where we have like there's more than just the yellow and the purple. There's the whole color palette, but those are our like anchors.
Yes.
Oh, thank you guys.
Shut up, June. Just shut up. Dude, I tell you what, we're gonna go on vacation and then we're gonna have June and Desavelle do the show.
Yes.
they're both are like the secret, hide in the corner, act like they're quiet, but in reality,
but really not. Should be twerking in the corner.
Yo, I gotta see June twerking in the corner.
The hot girls, they do hot shit.
That would be the best. Thank you, Marshall. Thank you. Yo, first of all, this was fantastic. I am so glad that we had this idea to run through the list live. Because not only does it make you think it through differently and make sure you cover all the steps, it was dope to hear your guys' input because then we didn't build the show, we built this show. You know what I'm saying? I'll let you do the math on that because I know what my brain meant. I'll let you do the math on that. It is really cool. Now, Mark just said something funny. I gotta give Mark flowers for this. Our color palette is the whole spectrum, and we are definitely the whole spectrum. We're all over the place. So, all right, Mark, you get 5 points for that. That was good. That's good.
Taste the rainbow.
Taste the rainbow. Yo, we're going to have Creators Unstuck Skittles or
the Lifesavers.
What's the one, the twisty one that's sour? Smarties.
Smarties.
Oh, every Halloween, I used to fight for them Smarties, bro. Them joints is good. I'm going to go buy some today.
Oh, by the time we get to Creator Camp, there's going to be like merch we're going to do. Because I assume we're going to try to do like a live episode then.
That would be the Decibel and June podcast. Pixelated pace and low pitched voices. Yes, because yes, Des has a low voice too. That's super funny. How is she doing, by the way? Did you talk to her since she got there?
Yes,
Gay
she's
Peru?
like she's going to see castles, she's going to see cliffs. She's like just running around experiencing Europe. I'm so proud of her for going to do that because it's scary to go and like, move somewhere else on her. This is like the furthest she's been away from all family, like really the furthest she's been away from me because like I moved away first and she followed me. So there's always like we've always been near each other. So like I'm sad about it, but I'm always glad to see people like doing it. Like F it, just do it.
There you go. Effort, just do it. Okay, guys, one last time, shameless plug. These pops are popping. That's so funny when you say it like that. Please go over to docpops.com and grab yourself some pops. Now listen, this is important. Even if you don't need one, you know somebody who do. Share it, right? Don't be selfish, please. I need your help. I need to sell a bunch of these, so please share it with anybody that you know. If they weren't so cheap, I would give you affiliate commission. I don't think I can. It's too cheap. But
No, we
please,
can we could get it. We don't need the affiliate. We just want to share with the community.
share it with folks. We want people to be good, right?
Now, do you
Look
have
good.
like, do you know like how much have sold and how much further you need in order to make the order? Like, where are we at?
Way off. We're just at about 100, but it's because I was on the road for the beginning of the launch, which was super stupid of me, by the way. But I didn't want to wait too long. I didn't want this kind of thing. If you wait too long, somebody will snatch it. And the fact that I already started the process there, the minute you start your process in China, the knockoffs already come. Mm-hmm. And Rich and I had already found there's some, I wouldn't call them knockoffs, but there's some people that are doing similar thing on Amazon, but they're cheap. Like they don't have acoustic foam. They're just like squishy foam, and they're not cute. And the colors are like all muted and understated like this. Look, it's just regular ass foam. Muted and understated, doesn't really do anything, and like mine screams color. You know what I'm saying? So knowing that it was starting to become a thing, like I kind of had to pull the trigger when I did, but doing it over the summer, people on vacation, Ecamm just launched Ecamm for Zoom. All the camera companies dropped new cameras this week. It's just a horrible time to do it, but I had to do it. I had no choice. So I won't mind a little adversity. I ain't no bitch, as I like to say. I'm just gonna have to struggle through this and do this the hard way. So there it is. But when I checked, I was just at about 120. But that's because I haven't ramped up to me promoting it.
And then what do we need to get to?
About 4,000.
Okay. Everybody go order some.
So some people went crazy like Luis and bought all of them. But some cool things. I did send out some samples to some people that can help. Tom did just drop it in his video this week, which I think is going to be
get you there.
Amazing. And so, now I'm getting on my promotional games, and I'm going to buy some Instagram ads. So I need to make a commercial, right? No, I just need to hit like 4,000 total, Rich. I have to order 2,000 per color, but if I hit 4,000 total, we'll get there. I like what Marcia said. Yeah, almost there.
Almost there.
That's what I'm saying. That's how I look at it, right? So what I'm going to do is I sent out packages. So like Lou, your sample will be showing up. So we'll record some commercials. I really don't want it to be me. You know what I mean? So you're good. I'm just going to, whatever you make on your video will be the ad for Instagram, and we'll go with that. And then I'll buy some ads on YouTube, and we'll go with that.
I'll be talking about it on my live stream tonight.
Oh, man, you guys got to tell me. Say that again. Luis?
While demonstrating and showing off the blue one I have.
Oh, here's what I got to do. Now try. Luis. Say that again. Do
Did
you
you hear
speak
me?
English? Oh my God. Try again. It's not working. I don't know why. I heard him. Say it again. Paul, did you kill Luis?
I didn't touch him. He did Spanish yesterday, so he's having trouble shifting.
Oh, okay. Luis, sell the Doc Pop in Spanish then. Go ahead. Knock yourself out.
Can you hear me right now?
Yes.
Now
Okay,
we can
there we
hear you.
go.
Keep talking.
All right. So what I was saying was that I will be talking about the pop filters tonight. Now that I have my blue one, I could actually show it off and demonstrate it and show the difference between that, the original, and the like puffier one. So that's what I'll be doing.
Nice. I appreciate that. Flo said, I'm going to hit you up. I got an idea. Starting something to help folks level up on-screen presence. Okay, let's do that. Now, Flo, one thing, I got your message about Igor, and Igor is in Slovakia right now. That's why he's like sort of MIA. He's on a break for the summer, but when he comes back, we'll be able to get you squared away. I don't know when you guys are going to do your show, but yeah, I will. Bing bong. There you go.
Well, we got to get a
cool.
goal. We got a goal that we get our dog pops by Creator Camp so we can have them when we do our content at the Ecamm studio.
Oh, that'd be glorious. Yeah, I would
you
like
read
to
mine?
submit. I would like to submit the order no later than my birthday, which is September 12th, because it's basically 6 weeks, and I say 8 because stuff happens. And look, at the rate things are going, we definitely need to get the order in time that all of the shipments are done before the election comes around, just in case.
Let's go.
I don't trust nobody. Let's go. All right, fam, this has been fantastic. I cannot wait. I'm excited. I was just gone a week, and I kind of missed, our working on creators and stuff, because it's fun. I like seeing the input from you guys, and know that it's going to be a community built podcast that helps creators get unstuck. So there's that. In there like schwimmyware. Boom. Let's go. Yes, 60 days. Let's do this. All right, family. I will see you guys. I appreciate you. And thank you, Mel, for coming through. Thank you, Will, for being an unwilling participant in the corner. Oh, he left.
He went and took a nap. He's gone.
Will is like, I'm out of here. Be an unwilling, get it? All right, gang, we'll see you. I see that I connect my hard drive back. Is this going to work properly?
City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine.